We have
Or,
Depression Quest loaded up first, so we're going to review Depression Quest.
Yay.
It should be noted it's not just by Zoey Quinn. Patrick Lindsay and Isaac Schenkler are also given credit.
mhm.
A free game on
Did she bang
Steam.
those guys? Or
I most likely. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't really care, though. In all honesty, like, do any of us really give a shit if she slept with a bunch of people?
No, I just
only-
kind of want to watch her burn.
Only in that I was not included in the people that she slept with.
Oh, maybe we should have emailed her that we were going to review the game then, if you wanted your chance. I'm
Wait,
sorry.
maybe I should see her picture before I make that statement.
Yeah.
Beggars can't be choosers.
I'm not
That's
necessarily
true.
going to read the whole splash page. It has a quote on it.
I am a bum underneath of a railway.
It's a quote by David Foster Wallace. Its emotional character is probably mostly indescribable, except as a sort of double bind in which any/all of the alternatives we associate with human agency, hyphen sitting, or standing, comma, doing or resting, comma, speaking, or keeping silent, comma, living or dying, hyphen, are not just unpleasant, but literally horrible, period. Fuck him for writing a sentence that long.
Dude, I'm gonna fall asleep.
Depression
That's a lot of
Quest
stuff
is a
for
game
one
that
sentence.
deals with living with
God.
depression in a very literal way. This
Hey.
game is not meant to be fun or lighthearted experience. Oh, be a fun or lighthearted
Game.
experience. That was my bad.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
Or
graphic.
guess,
It's like an interactive
It's kind of
novel.
like a text-click adventure, but more of an anti-adventure because you don't really do anything. It's just about not doing things.
We'll call them games because there's a lot of people that do, but I agree. It's not really a video game. It's not as interactive as a video game really ought to be. There's a whole lot of stuff. Essentially, they want you to experience being depressed via your experience of reading and clicking in the game.
I don't need
It's
any
really,
depressing.
to experience my depression.
Oh my god, here's the best sentence of the splash page. It's important to recognize that not everyone with depression is so lucky.
Whoa.
I would be willing to say that everybody with depression would consider themselves to be unlucky. That's
Yeah.
just my guess. Whether it's mild or
fucking idiot.
extreme. Okay, we're not
Yeah,
going
I'm
to be
guessing the
control.
extreme depression means people are extremely unhappy.
Oh god, yeah. No,
Just
no.
guessing.
All right, so we're gonna give it a go. It's early on a Monday morning.
Yay.
You are a mid-20s human being. You have a significant other
I'm
named
already
Alex,
depressed.
who you are rather fond of, that you have been seeing exclusively for the past few months. The rest of your social circle consists of a variety of friends and acquaintances, some of whom you met at your day job, which is a little boring but pays the rent.
This
You'd like
is
to be
way
doing more
better
with
than
your
my
life.
real life. I'm not going to get depressed. I'm going to be excited about this.
You'd like to be doing more with your life, as would your parents, but you're still in the process of figuring out what that means and how to go about it. I should point out, named Alex, social circle, day job, and as would your parents are all highlighted. And blue.
Oh, okay, yeah,
them.
click on those. Yeah, click on
Yay.
those,
I
definitely.
fucking hate you.
Hey, you
I've,
should have been the one playing
I
if you
watched-
don't expect to read.
Oh,
Yeah.
I fucking
Yeah.
hate all of you. You met Alex through a mutual friend a
Yay.
few months back. The two of you hit it off pretty well that first night. And after a series of initially awkward dates, you finally become a couple, much to your surprise and excitement.
Does that mean we...
Wait, is this protagonist a male?
It's very
this what
clear
I'm
that you're
hearing?
like you're androgynous.
Gay.
Like that's why I think they picked
Oh.
Alex. 'Cause Alex is kind of an
Oh.
androgynous name.
I see.
It's like Pat.
Oh wait. Alex is 3 months younger than you are and is currently a student with a part-time job and broad social circle. She's also got a wide variety of interests, and oftentimes you worry that you might
Oh.
be too boring for her. But she has been good at trying to reassure you that she's happy with you. So Alex
So
is a
we do
girl,
have
so you're
one.
either a dyke or you're a dude. Essentially.
Yeah.
I'm going with,
Yeah, I'm going with lesbian. I'm
yeah,
a
I'm going
lesbian.
with lesbian. That's way better.
Okay, we're lesbians.
I'm not depressed anymore.
You can't choose
And
that.
I can get so
'cause
much
that's
more
not a
done.
choice, but I guess, this is supposed to spark your imagination. Your relationship consists of a lot of nights in watching Netflix when you've both got time off work and she doesn't have classes, with the occasional social outing that she tends to have to talk you into attending. She tries to be understanding.
Pretty much.
She tries to be understanding when you are in one of your moods, as she puts it, though you are starting to feel like she doesn't understand what it's like for you. And this is a source of tension in your relationship. Coupled with
I'm
your
that kind of person.
Yeah. Coupled with your reluctance to want to go to college parties, this feeds your worry of not being excited enough for them. And that's your description of Alex. It just goes right back to the thing. I imagine social circle, day job, and as would your parents are all equally exciting. But let's leave something for the viewer to find for themselves. So we went through your whole intro of who you are. You're a mid-20s person, blah, 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 shit happens. You are also dealing with motivation issues that sometimes make dealing with these things difficult. You feel like this is probably your fault, and on bad days can feel inwardly angry and down on yourself for being lazy. But you are not quite sure how you can break out of it, or how other people deal with these feelings, and seem so very functional. That was all one sentence. No, that was 2 sentences.
No. Oh,
I thought that was interior monologue.
It is, but I just...
Good thing we don't have good thing Karamazov doesn't have a mic. He'd be...
He'd be like, you need anal vlogging. You spend a lot of nights fixating on thinking about this, but never seem to do anything about it other than lose sleep. So this is just like an intro, and you don't get really a choice yet. It's just move on to the next.
Pretty much just describing life.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, this is not a game.
This is not a game.
Well, the whole point of this supposedly is to, it's called Depression.
Yeah,
An interactive non-fiction, non is in parentheses, about living with depression. God damn.
This person isn't depressed enough. Just saying, they got a bunch of shit going on.
They should have just
jobs and stuff.
They should have just had one of those Wizard Chan guys describe their daily routine. They definitely could have had a much better game.
Oh, you mean the group of virgins that Zoey harassed? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, you should read through some of those the forum in response. They're so pathetic.
You know what?
He's like.
She's also, or not her specifically, but a group of these social justice warriors have also started calling the people who are trying to get more transparency in the games journalism and stuff. They've started comparing them to terrorists. They're literally saying they're worse than ISIS at this point. It's like, come on, man.
We don't need transparency when it comes to journalism.
Yeah, but
we
I think
need to have them tell us what we should think and move on.
Kotaku actually did a half, I don't know what you call that, like a backstep, and apparently they're stopping their writers from donating to her Patreon account, and
oh yeah, some good stuff has come out of the situation. I mean, who gives a fuck that she's screwing people? I really agree that it's about the journalist.
Again, I care.
Yeah.
She's not blowing me.
Alright, so here we go. First day.
And continue.
It's an unseasonably warm Wednesday evening. You spent the past several hours at work. The past week or so you found your job motivation flagging more so than usual. You've been in a fog practically all day today. Simply going through the motions without realizing even what you've been doing half the time. Oh, even what you've been doing half the time. That was a weird sentence. And yet time seems to be moving at half speed. You're so checked out that when your boss approaches you to tell you that it's dead and you can go home early, it barely registers. Oh God, I hate my life.
You're dead. Go home early.
As you walk home, the streets hiss from the recent rainfall. I don't know how that happens. You know that your significant other will be in classes until late, another couple hours at least. You briefly consider using the serendipitous solitude to catch up on that project that you've been working on half-assedly for the past few months.
She's not in classes. She's cheating on him. Or us.
Person sucks at writing.
Or us, yeah.
Like they're terrible. Like run-on sentence.
This is junior high level shit.
It's like.
Oh yeah, Karamazov would be having Karamazov would have I don't know, spasms or whatever, convulsions.
You mean he'd be masturbating while he was listening?
No,
That
he's
sounds
like
kinda hot.
Grammar ISIS.
Oh, I know. I wanted the masturbation joke. God damn it.
No, I think his legal name is punctuated. That's it.
All right, we're still not down to the point where we make a choice. So,
Yeah, this is depressing.
as soon as you think about the work that awaits you at home, you feel you can feel the panic creeping in from the back of your brain, unbidden.
Oh,
All you can think about is how incredibly far behind you are, and the amount of work seems nothing less than insurmountable. By the time you arrive home and change out of your uncomfortable work clothes, the stress is weighing down on you like a heavy wet wool blanket. Your computer seems to be staring you down from your desk. You want to sit down and work, but the mere thought of trying to work sends your stress levels flying. More than anything,
No.
you feel suddenly and absolutely exhausted, and feel a strong desire to simply hide in the bed. Do you? 1. Order some food, grab a drink, and hunker down for a night of work. That's red and crossed out. 2. Reluctantly sit down at your desk and try to make yourself do something. 3. Turn on the TV, telling yourself you just need a quick half hour to unwind from work. 4. Crawl into bed. You're so stressed and overwhelmed you couldn't possibly accomplish anything anyway. And then
I think I'm gonna
underneath
go
it-
with
Hold on.
oh,
Underneath it
okay,
has
okay.
3 sort of weird staticky windows that I guess give you... they're not clickable, but it gives you an insight into how you're feeling. It says one is you are depressed, interaction is exhausting, and you are becoming more and more withdrawn. Another one says you are not currently seeing a therapist. And another one says you are not currently taking medication for depression. So we can sit down and try to
Okay.
work, turn on the TV and unwind, or just crawl into bed.
I say we
a really
I say we
depressed
go with-
person would just go to sleep.
no, I say we just you just start working, maybe just half-ass this, and then sleep with sleep with a bunch of gaming journalists so we can get positive reviews on this game. I assume that's what the project is.
You
No, I think
reluctantly sit down at your
shotgun to the
desk.
face is the answer.
No, here's an interesting thing.
Oh, yeah,
Maybe you're
seppuku.
depressed because
Yep.
you got sent home early from work, so you're getting paid less. And then you're supposed to go home and
What?
work at home. For
Maybe
free.
maybe
Maybe that's
he's
what's
like
doing
a
it.
SpongeBob.
Maybe he's
who
making a
likes to work.
podcast.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck's
Super
going
depressed after filming that first episode.
on? I was just like, what the fuck is going?
We're reviewing the game. Make cutting
And
and
simultaneously projecting.
It sounds like you guys are just like reading this really awkward story.
so this is an
Pretty
interactive
much.
text
I mean, that's
video
basically
game.
what it is,
Essentially, it's
yeah.
like a choose your own adventure. And this
Yeah,
is,
and I hate
Except shitty.
fucking.
So
hate
we're reluctantly
those.
going to sit down at our desk and try to make ourselves do something, because otherwise nothing will fucking happen.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, here we go. You
I'm
make a
too
stop at
depressed
your
to even
fridge.
continue.
Turn your favorite playlist on and sit down to start working. You open the last file you're working on, and as soon as your hands touch the keyboard, your mind goes blank. All of the motivation and ideas you had when you arrived home vanish in a flash. Your brain seizes up, and you find yourself physically incapable of any sort of productive thought. God damn it, these sentences are terrible.
So even if we choose to do something, we still don't fucking do something.
No, I know. You take a break to loosen up, popping into your email inbox, Twitter, and various
A
other
break.
internet-based distraction fodder.
From all your hard work.
Oh man, I am really struggling through these syntax here. Frustratingly, this pattern continues throughout the course of the evening. As soon as you try and focus on work, your brain diverts all its energy away from the task at hand. While you keep flipping back to your work, you find the sheer mental effort involved in keeping your brain focused is overwhelming and tiring. Oh, we have a Skype thing. Hold on a sec.
Oh no, just disregard that. That's I posted an article to the podcast thing.
I'm setting up just so I won't keep getting the things.
Oh okay.
And I'll cut it from the video. Because this is all going to get recorded. This all got recorded.
Oh.
Let's see. Mental
So
effort
we're
involved in
actually
keeping
gonna
your brain
record things
focused is
this time.
overwhelming and tiring. A few Twitter arguments, YouTube videos, and sparse amounts of actual work later, your playlist flips back to track 1, and the ice in your glass is all but melted, diluting the last dregs of the Coke you were nursing. You look at the clock and realize that a few hours have passed
Cocaine's a
since
hell
you
of a
sat
drug.
down to work, and you've made negligible progress. God, this is so fucking pretentious. The amount of colons and semicolons in this is you're not making yourself look smarter.
Yeah, the Twitter arguments thing makes me think that she's projecting and that she just couldn't come up with an idea for a good game, so she decided to, document her progress or lack thereof.
Yeah, really. You look at the clock and realize that a few hours have passed since she sat down to work, and you've made... Oh, yeah, I did that already. I can just wake up early tomorrow and catch up, you think to yourself, as you climb into bed, even though you know that never actually happens.
Yeah, you're constantly pushing back this thing that you know that you're never going to do, and as it stacks up, it becomes impossible to manage. Which makes you even more depressed.
Our 3 status bars, the bottom 2 are the same. You're not seeing a therapist, you're not taking meds. And the top one is now, you are very depressed, you spend a large amount of time sleeping, hating yourself, and having very little energy or motivation.
I told you sleeping was the answer.
I have a feeling that none of them is the answer. It feels to me like...
sleeping is the answer.
Like the Female Experience Simulator, which is the next game we're going to review, that I have a little experience playing. There's really no right answer.
The only way to win as a female is to give up. Is to go home and just stop.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it was to cut off all penises.
Oh yeah, kill all men.
Pretty sure that's
kill
how you
all
win.
men.
Hey, we skipped a day. It was Wednesday, and now it's a mild Friday afternoon.
Oh.
What the fuck? We probably just slept through the whole thing.
Yeah. Sometimes Thursdays just don't happen.
Yeah.
Your bitch
It's like
calls
Wyoming.
you, telling you there's going to be a really awesome birthday party in her apartment. You don't really like her roommate. You get along, but you're not really close. You don't have work in the morning. Nothing else particularly to do tonight. You are feeling kind of run down, but you have been fatigued most of the time lately. You mentioned that you're not feeling good for no apparent reason, and that you're not sure you can make it tonight. In order to give you a choice. I'm not reading this stuff anymore. I can't. I'll read it, but I'll fucking summarize. Well, I have a cold. My throat's killing me. But
you're going to say what it's supposed to say.
Little awkward pause. Tries to convince you.
When do you lose your girlfriend?
More stress to convince you. And she offers you sex in order to encourage you to stay over.
Well, yeah.
Sorry.
And let me guess, too depressed to say yes.
No. The one that's lined out is shake off your funk and go have a good time with your girlfriend. That's not an option. But they wanted to make sure that you knew that wasn't an option, so they put it up there anyway, and then crossed it out.
You gotta keep the funk.
Yeah.
Our
3 things are still the same. We can either agree to go, say that you're really just not feeling well and can't make it. I think we should go to the party.
Yeah, just go. Suck it up and go.
Yeah.
All right.
Being a bitch.
Yeah.
So you agree to go even though you're not feeling good. You know it's important to Alex. Generally seeing her makes you feel better.
Never think about Alex
they're dealing
anymore.
with all the social anxiety. Apparently social anxiety is also there. I'd like to make a note.
Yay.
Anybody who's seen those fucking ads on stuff on social anxiety on the TV, going to a party and feeling nervous is fucking normal. You don't need a pill for that. You really don't even need to drink beer for that, though that's probably a better choice.
But I can make my balloon have a happy face on it. Or
social anxiety is not wanting to go to the grocery store because you feel like the people walking around in the aisles are fucking are judging you, and you can't.
They are, dude. They fucking like look in your cart and shit.
That's social anxiety.
They judge you. I swear they do.
Fucking normal.
Yeah, so what? My cart is all wine bottles.
Maybe
that shouldn't matter.
Milkshakes all day, every day.
Having literally no anxiety about meeting a stranger is a really bad survival trait.
Yeah, that's just like, oh, hey, there's a person over there.
You know, that's like if you're walking around like the inner city and you just start introducing yourself to the hobos and the gang members because you're so fucking drugged out you don't know what's right and wrong. Anyway. That has nothing to do with this. I just get annoyed when people talk about social anxiety like they have some idea what they're fucking talking about.
I'm just imagining some pasty guy under a bridge talking to all the people like mingling.
Oh yeah, there you go.
And then some filthy bearded guy comes up behind him with a shank.
Mingle.
Wow.
I don't think
These
I've
people...
ever heard of anyone mingling underneath of a fucking bridge.
So it's time to go. You go to Alex's apartment, but there's a bunch of people hanging on the porch, which apparently apartments have.
What?
Oh
my god. They're
you
hanging on the porch? Like
gird
monkeys?
yourself for adventure as you come up. You're going to the party still. You find your partner. I don't know why they keep calling her a partner. It's your fucking girlfriend. Who cares?
She is a partner.
Chatting with the birthday girl, and Alex immediately says, she's, I'm so happy you came. I wasn't sure if you were going to make it. That's my assumption of Alex's voice. That was a direct quote.
Pretty sexist.
A young man taps her on the shoulder
made
and
her sound like a girl.
To apologize and let you know that they have to do something for the party. Gives you a beer and plants a kiss on your cheek before going off to do whatever came up. You don't recognize anyone. Oh, here's a set of choices. Okay. Number 1, enthusiastically socialize. Not an option. We're still
honestly,
in the same on our 3 little status bars. Awkwardly stand in the same spot, unsure of what else to do. Put your
What's
bag
the second one?
Second one is awkwardly stand in the same spot, unsure of what else to do. Number 3, put your bag in Alex's room and avoid the crowd in there for a while. 4, cling to the back wall, sip your beer, and wait for your girlfriend to return. 5, proceed to drink in earnest, hoping it makes you less uncomfortable. Oh please, can we just drink a lot? Because the rest of those are terrible.
Yeah. I was going to say the same
I
thing.
think drinking makes you more social.
Well, you know,
definitely.
A little dose of ethanol.
Either that, or it puts them to sleep, and then we've solved the problem anyway.
All right, we don't have anybody to put to sleep. Unfortunately, that's not an option yet. Suicide, I'm hoping, eventually becomes